Good morning. This video is designed to tell you a little bit more about the leveled reading program Headsprout. Headsprout is a program that your child is already very familiar with. This program, we use it in our class about 4 days a week. The reason why I like this program is because each child has their own login and the program keeps track of their progress. So each day there's a lesson that takes about 20 minutes for the child to complete, and then it's followed by a leveled story that uses the skill that they practice in their lesson for that day. In class, they go through the lesson independently, and then they practice reading the story at the end once, and then they raise their hand and I come over and they read the story to me. When they are reading the story, I'm listening for a few different things. First of all, I'm listening to see if they are able to read the story with little struggle. So if they're not sure of the sounds, or if they're having a hard time blending the sounds together to make a word, that lets me know that they need to redo the level. If that's the case, then please just let me know and I can set them back so that they can redo the level. If they're able to read it fluently or with very few errors, and they're able to sound out the word and blend those sounds together to make a word on their own with little help, then that shows me that they were able to get the skills that they needed to in that lesson and they're ready to move on. If they have to stop before the lesson is all the way complete, that is just fine. The program will keep track of their progress on each level. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to access Headsprout. Now, I am going to embed the link to Headsprout in our Canvas course under resources in the literacy and reading section on our page. But if you just pull up the Google browser for the first time, I'm going to show you how you get it. So in Google, I can just type in Headsprout. And it's going to come and it's going to say Headsprout. I want to click on early reading. And from here, you're going to see this button right here. This button right here that says Kids Login. I'm going to click on Kids Login, and that's going to, normally it takes me to a page that asks for teacher ID, and my teacher ID is this one right here, the H Stokes 1. So you'll type in my teacher ID, and then you're going to click down and you're going to arrow down and find your child's name. Now I created an account that's for me so that I can show you how to access that. You'll click on their name. It's going to take you to a password. Each child has one icon that's their password. I assigned the bunny as my password, so I'm going to click on the bunny, and it turns green when I click on it, and then I'm going to say go. Oh, nope, wrong password. I'm the duck. So I click on the duck and it's going to bring me to this screen. Your kiddos are probably a little bit further in the program, so they're going to have a tree house, then they're also going to have a little house right here. This tree house is where they click to access the level that they're on. If you want your child to do a full level, you can click here. If you want them to simply read a story, you can click here. I would recommend though having them do a lesson, so you're going to click on the tree house. It's going to come up to a placement test. If they haven't already done this, they're going to click on the placement test. Otherwise, it's going to get them straight to their level that they're on. It is a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun graphics for kiddos on Headsprout, and it also allows them to practice good skills. If I were to recommend, I would say to try and access Headsprout at least 3 times a week. There are 80 episodes in the Headsprout program, and if your kiddo can get all the way through all 80 episodes, reading the books fluently at the end of each level, they are going to leave kindergarten with a very solid reading background. Again, let me know if you have any questions. You can do that by email or by one of the other options that I've outlined in my webpage. Thank you.